My grandfather once told me something strange. Don't just save money, he said. Learn how to use it. At the time, I didn't understand. But this is the story that taught me why. In a quiet town in the Midwest lived a man named Harold. People called him lazy. Every afternoon, he sat on his porch in a broken wooden chair, watching cars pass by. He talked about ideas he never finished. One day I'll start a business. One day I'll be rich. But days turned into years, and nothing changed. Harold's wife worked part-time at a diner. Money was always tight. One cold evening, their grandson asked quietly, "Grandpa, is there dinner?" The fridge was almost empty. Harold felt something heavy settle in his chest. Dreams couldn't feed a child. That night, he didn't sleep. The next morning, Harold took a job doing construction cleanup. The work was brutal. Cold mornings, sore hands, long hours. At the end of the week, his paycheck was small. But it was something. Still, bills swallowed it fast. Rent, groceries, medicine. Nothing stayed. One day at a gas station, Harold overheard two men talking. "You gotta save," one said. "That's how you survive." That night, Harold took an old coffee jar and slid it under the bed. Every week, he dropped in whatever coins he could spare. The sound made him feel safe. This is our future. He told his grandson, saving wasn't easy. He skipped better food, wore worn-out shoes, said no to small comforts. One night, his wife finally spoke. "What good is money?" she asked. "If we're always hungry." Harold answered quietly, "One day it'll matter." Months later, Harold took the jar to the grocery store. He placed the money on the counter. "I'll take bulk rice and canned food," he said. The cashier counted, then shook her head. "Prices went up," she said. "This won't cover much." Harold froze. The jar hadn't grown. The money had shrunk. That night, the coins lay scattered on the table. The grandson asked softly, "Grandpa, what's the point of saving if it doesn't help?" Harold had no answer. For the first time, he felt truly lost. One morning, Harold noticed his neighbors. One sold homemade bread. Another sold eggs. Another fixed bikes. They weren't rich, but they weren't scared. That's when a thought returned. What if we use the money instead of hiding it? Harold spent the last of the jar money on a small backyard setup, a few chickens, basic supplies. At first, they collected just a couple eggs a day. They ate some, sold some. With that money, they bought more feed. Then another chicken. Harold started writing everything down. For the first time, effort turned into progress. One afternoon, Harold held an egg in his hand. "This," he said to his grandson, "is better than money sitting still. It feeds. It grows. It creates more." The boy smiled. "So you're not lazy anymore?" Harold smiled back, eyes full. "No," he said. "I finally learned." The jar stayed forgotten under the bed. When people talked about saving money, Harold would say, "Saving alone won't protect you. Money loses value when it sleeps. But when you make it work even a little, it can change everything." And that's how a man once called lazy learned the most important lesson of his life. Saving money is important, but creating value is what builds security.